have a little review. Make sure we have this down pat. So, what is Christmas all about?
Jesus.
What about him?
Being born.
The birth of Jesus. Why?
Because he's our Savior.
Because God knew we were going to need a Savior. He knew that we needed help, so he sent Jesus. So, the first year when we were doing our nativity, I think we did, of course, the baby Jesus. And then we did the star. And what was the reason for the star?
The angels.
What
Because
did
it led people to Bethlehem.
Right. It was God's way of bringing people. They knew Jesus was going to be born, and they were waiting for his birth, but they didn't know where. So the star led them to where he was. So then, well, of course, your nativity is completely different than anybody else's because we brought in Moses. Because we do have our special animals in this family. And so we brought in Moses because he was such a cool llama. And if Moses had been anywhere around the nativity, he would have been part of it. So, and then we also brought in the moose. Because we said, for those of us who love moose, if the nativity had taken place in Montana, of course we would have had, the moose would have been there. So all these animals were very important to God. God created all these animals and they were very important. What about the donkey?
Didn't he carry Mary to the manger?
Right.
Yeah.
And this was all in the plan to bring Mary to the where Jesus was going to be born, and she needed a way of getting there. And the donkey, something so seemed like non-important in that time, became very important, as God uses all of us in that way. So he brought the donkey in to bring Mary in so she could have her baby. And, okay, now where was I going to go with this? Now we have the donkey, and we have this.
We all have the animals who care about Mary and Joseph.
Like a sermon.
So now this year, I finally, for those of you who didn't get your donkey last year, I think you guys only got one dog. You get your donkey this year. But there's also the lamb, because, okay, let's get to the lamb. We need a little mini sermon here. The lamb was part of the shepherds and their sheep. So the lamb is kind of like any one of us could be, and we are guided and brought into the flock. So I'll conclude with that, and I will give you what you each are getting, and then we can go on to what you're all waiting for. This is for Josie.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Oh. This is for JD.
Josh already scarred us, traumatized.
This is for Mike and Kirsten and the boys.